In southern Iran, tragedy has engulfed the Shahid Rajaee airport. A deadly blast on Saturday shattered the quiet of Bandar Abbas, leaving at least 70 people dead and more than 1,200 people injured in a smoldering crater of unanswered questions. Iran's interior minister has admitted that negligence, which is a fatal cocktail of ignored safety rules and unregistered cargo, could be the reason. Officials have been summoned, but accountability still remains buried under the rubble, or so it seems. Nearly two-thirds of the port lies in ruin, charred by flames that raged for days. Authorities deny military links, brushing off claims of missile fuel, but foreign intelligence says otherwise. It could be a known propellant for ballistic weapons may have sparked this catastrophe. One shipping firm calls it a catastrophic error, other calls it a ticking time bomb that finally went off. As the smoke lifts over Bandar Abbas, the world watches Iran scramble to explain while families mourn, questions burn, and truth struggles to surface from the ashes. Which is why we are discussing what could have happened, and more importantly, are there ports worldwide that are at risk, that are vulnerable to something like this happening? Syed Tamjeed Haider, who's a former PRO of Iran consulate and an expert on affairs of this region, joins me to talk more about this. Mr. Haider, what is troubling is, A, there are still no confirmed answers days after this attack took place.
Yeah, hello everyone. Thank you for inviting. Actually, the spokesperson for the Ministry of Defense just today, it has firmly denied the claims and the rumors that the shipments were carrying military fuel. And he has given the reason for this, that military entities use their own dedicated ports, and there were no military or fuel shipments in the affected area. And he said that one of the emerging hypotheses is that the importing companies may have tried to reduce custom costs by not accurately declaring the hazardous nature of the materials. And although this claim is still under investigation, if proven true, it could be one of the main causes of the incident, which is mentioned to be negligence on part of the importing companies as well as some of the officials at the port.
How do ports around the world, countries around the world, brace themselves for reducing such catastrophic errors? Because what could have happened here, do you think it could happen at other places? What's the bulwark available?
This reminds me of the 2020 Beirut port explosion, which was a similar kind of explosion, but five folds more. It was around 1,000 tons of TNT explosion. It was there, and this is compared to be around 200 tons of explosion. Actually, the ports like Rajaee port, which is one of the largest ports of Iran, which handles around 70 million tons of cargo annually, and it is ranked at 44th position in the 3,500 major ports in the world. So it's a very sensitive and important port in the region, and this shows that the negligence caused by some of the importing companies in not declaring the exact nature of the imported products and storage conditions and all that can affect any port, especially the ports which are sensitive and which cater to these hazardous and dangerous materials.
Do you think there has to be some sort of a greater focus on putting some of this as SOPs? Because this is very disconcerting facts and very troubling events that have unfolded, bringing also and raising concerns that if this falls into malicious hands, the impact could be even more than what it is right now?
Exactly. That is what it was discussed. Even the Iranian customs has laid out some immediate guidelines for the importing companies after this fire incident. Yesterday, the Iranian customs have said that the 6 major judicial orders have been issued since the blast, and which includes to identify and legally address the cargo which is coming to Iran, as well as the manifesto and manifestation of the cargo. It has to be produced well before the authorities, and authorities has to submit the same to the legal entities to verify if the importing cargo includes any such hazardous items, and what is the nature, and the main important thing is the storage facility which has to be catered. And there are some of the companies who import these hazardous materials. They tend to neglect the storage conditions due to their due to the high cost, and their, due to high costs, by not accurately declaring the hazardous nature, and by omitting this detail, they could avoid paying for special storage fees. So this needs to be controlled, and the judicial orders have come to identify and legally address any potential culprits even involved in the incident, and special measures to be provided to support and attend to the
Okay.
port
All right.
infrastructure and the authorities, and to ensure
All
transparent
right.
and accurate public communication to spread the rumor.
All right, let's leave it there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me on that important story with global ramifications.